Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, and welcome back to some more of Let's Play Mario Brothers 3. Last time we left off, I had my first embarrassing death. We beat World 1, I showed you all what the White House is, and this time around we're going through the desert world, and I'm going to show you another White House, and maybe even an item that you never even knew existed in this game. So let's get right into it. Level 1, World 2, not one of my favorites. I don't know what it is about World 2. It's kind of, the desert world. There's not a lot going on here. I guess it's a really weak theme, especially compared to others. But hey, we got a secret! Oh! I'm glad I got that leaf too. I was like, God damn, I'm going into this with a fire flower. I really don't want that. But I've also realized there's a lot of P-block secret stuff. Lots of coin gathering, and I mentioned how easy it is to get lives in this game compared to Mario 1, but man, is it really, really easy. Like, jeez, there are some secrets I'm probably never going to show off later on, because A, I'm almost certain you guys know about them already, and B, they just take you to a bunch of coins, which really isn't that entertaining. But what is entertaining is seeing me trying to play the line-up pitcher game. Guess, God, I still cannot do this for the life of me. I feel like there was a point in my life when it was possible for me to beat this game, like, flawlessly every single time I attempted it, but I don't know. Those times have come and gone, I suppose. But here we go, World 2, Level 2. Oh, thanks for that little gap. That's really nice of them. It's so rare I have to use that, but it's really, quite appreciated. A little gap closer in there, so you don't fall to your doom. But so here we go. This is the level with the White House here. So what you gotta do is hit that P switch. You come over here. You gotta get all these coins before the P switch disappears. The only tough part is that those 4 of them right there, and even that's not really tough. This is just more annoying than anything. It's actually probably even less difficult than the first one was, because that one was an otter scroller. Yeah, that sounds about right. But so you can always just go back and get on the platform again. And now you got to get the coins without having the P block hit, obviously, and you got to watch out for that 1-up. God damn it, that 1-up! I swear to God, every single time. Luckily, that was the end of the coins. Don't you mock me, Clouds! I see you up there with your disapproving stares. I'll get you. But anyhow, so yeah, that's what you gotta do. And for our trouble there, we get not only a flower card, but we get ourselves the grand hidden item of them all. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get the anchor in Toad's. Hello! You found my shop of strange and wonderful things. The anchor, which causes one of the Koopa Kids' airships to not move around if you were to lose on it. I don't know. Interesting. Not particularly useful, but, if you never saw it before, hey, there you go. We've probably been playing this game for years, and there's an item that you never knew existed in the game. I didn't. Seriously, up until a few years ago. Ridiculous. But this is a cool level, the first fort here, just because of the introduction of everything that we have. We got the boos, we got the thwomps, we got the dry bones, and I believe that's their introduction for all 3 of those enemies in here, which is pretty cool. Here, this part's kind of annoying. I learned the hard way that if you fly all the way up, you'll just get hit by something invisible, or you will mess up your stupid momentum. But you will just automatically take a hit, and so you can't just fly over this whole thing. So I tried to take the cool route, which actually cost me a cycle of that door rising up and down, and without any kind of firepower, I can't kill the Boom Boom quickly, but whatever. Boom Boom's never been much of a problem. For those of you unfamiliar with him, he does kind of move really quickly. He does fly around, too, on some occasions. You can actually glitch him off the screen if he flies, and you can get him to fly off the screen entirely, and you will just have to wait for time to run out. It's kind of a weird thing. I don't know, I've never done it personally myself, but I've heard it's lots of fun if you're into that type of thing. So, yeah, let's grab ourselves a little mushroom action here. I don't know if I'm ever going to use that anchor, and we're going to use up all my slots for items pretty fast here. I don't know if I'm going to do any more of the White Houses. If there's a strong demand for it, I will, but I know the next one in particular is really tough. And, I play enough tough games. I'd rather play Mario 3 and just relax and enjoy myself for a while. But I will point them out at least as we get to them. Some of them I don't know off the top of my head. But, these levels, man, there's something to say about level design, and I don't know why I feel like I'm flying through these levels a lot more quickly than I was in the first world, but I know a lot of guys that I went to college with, and this kind of goes for anyone that might be watching that's interested in getting into video game design in general, and they would do a lot of 3D modeling and then a lot of taking like graph paper and drawing out levels. And these levels, you gotta give a hand to them. They're very innovative, they're very creative, but they are really easy at the same time. You gotta imagine, man, it's hard to really feel like you've really done something amazing when you can beat your level that took you probably, I would assume, days to complete, and you finish it in like, what, 20, 30 seconds, but anyhow, hey, we got the card flip game, and I'm gonna do terrible in the card flip game because I am playing this on like a weekly basis each world, so, but whatever. Hey, the Angry Sun! Oh, speaking of tattoos, and you guys had some pretty good ones too. Bombs, I know Ryan Phoenix had mentioned. That was a pretty good one. I like that. But the Angry Sun, man, what a definitive, awesome enemy. Wouldn't he be awesome just to... has he appeared in any other Mario game? I could be wrong if he has, but I don't think he has, and that's a real shame, because he's just so, like, out of nowhere, really cool, you know? You gotta bring him back. We gotta get some sort of hashtag, bring back Angry Sun. Come on. You know you want to. But, I don't know, that's gonna take care of that level. That level, I don't know, it was never that tough for me. I don't know about some people, but... Boom! Tail hit! Yeah! That's bonus points right there. Hit that like button. Nice. We get the music box, which will put the enemies to sleep so you can get past them. By enemies, I mean the little brown walking guys that I guess are supposed to be Hammer Brothers. I can never figure out what those things are. They're like monkeys with hammers. They're strange. I don't know. But, anyhow, so Toad Road's got some leaf power! Always appreciated. I don't know if I prefer leaves over firepower in this game. It's hard to say. I mean, the leaf, obviously, it gets it through levels. And speaking of you getting through levels, I only do this level one way, and that's this way. If I would not have had leaf power, I would have used the leaf just so I could do this, because this is probably one of my favorite things to do in the entire game here. I already got P-Speed, so I'm going to wait for that to die down here a bit, and then, alright, so if you have never done this before, it's extremely satisfying. Get them all! Well, not all of them. I missed a couple, but anyhow, that's, man, that's one of those little satisfying moments in life that really makes it worth living, Yeah, like a hot summer day, which it is, man. Hope everyone's enjoying their Labor Day weekend. Don't know how many people are going to watch this, probably because of that, but, the show must go on, as they say. I know I got out, hit the driving range, did some golfing today, did some grocery shopping, but, anyhow, enough of me, more about the Chomps. So, an interesting thing about the Chomps that I found from watching Did You Know Gaming, gotta give them credit where credit's due, fantastic show they have there. If you let the Chain Chomp attack, I guess is what you would consider it, 49 times, he will break free of his chain. I'm not going to sit there and go through the process of showing it to you, but it really does happen, and that's kind of crazy. I mean, you'd think that they would eventually anyway, and it turns out they do, if you let them, but we're not going to let them. We're not in the business of letting enemies get away with that kind of crap. But, yeah, speaking of secret areas that just take you to coins, this one is unnecessarily elaborate. First of all, you think that the P-switch would be on that bottom middle block, but it's not. And then, when you got in the coin block that's actually got a leaf in it over here, just, I don't know. Something about that whole thing just, I'm not a fan of that one. Especially that one. It's a lot of work for very little reward. But, anyhow, I digress. We got ourselves another mushroom. Speaking of, cool little hints in here, or not hints, but little tricks. One thing I didn't mention was the coin ships, which are really tough to get. I don't want to go out of my way to get one, but it's funny because it turns out more people are familiar with the coin ships than they are with the white toad houses, which is interesting because on paper it sounds like it's a lot more difficult to go and get the white toad house. Or, I'm sorry, on paper it's like a lot more difficult to, get the toad house, but the coin ship I think a lot more people have run into. And that on paper looks like it's horrendous to try to get, because you need to have the tens digit of your score match the singles digit of your coins, and then you need to have your coins be a multiple of 11, and the timer, the last two digits in the timer have to be a multiple of 11 as well. And yeah, it's a lot more easy to explain if you have visuals, but just to get all those things to line up, it's not tough if you're actually going out of your way to do it, but man, is that just still such a pain. So, and anyhow, all it would give us is a 2-minute auto-scroller of a ship, not unlike the ones that we are on fighting the Koopa Kids. Oh, double tail whip kill! Nice! Nice! But, yeah, just full of coins. Coins galore. My god, it's like It's like after like any sort of like a war or revolution, and like the currency in the Mushroom Kingdom has just dropped significantly. In Mario 1 it was strong. Now people are burning it to keep themselves from freezing to death during the winter. But so this Toad House, so everyone knows about this place, and oh, we got the frog suit. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Actually I can, because I kind of wanted a frog suit, because I'm not sure the frog suit is as bad as a lot of people think that it is, or have memories of it being, and I hope to kind of show that off a little bit in the next world, which will be the water world, which, you know, we're all thrilled about. But here we get the third and final whistle. I gotta imagine that this is one of the most common secret areas in the game. Everyone kind of knows about that by now, but you know, still cool. What are these palm trees doing in the desert, by the way? I don't know. So, the king's been transformed in another awesome king transformation. Silly Bug, or not Silly Bug, but Silly Spider. Now, if you replaced him with a giant, scary-ass spider, which, if I wasn't so lazy, I would be sure to do in some sort of a Photoshop editing technique, then that would be absolutely terrifying. But, this is Mario World. No evil spiders here. All you get, yeah, you either get cute spiders or you get the wacky, Hazy Maze Cave spiders from Mario 64. Those are your only two options. But here we go. So we're back at it again on another one of these floating fortresses. You know, I gotta say, for all the creativity that's in this game overall, as a whole, these levels are not so creative. The tanks towards the end in the last world, and the little, like, the flying ships that you're on in that, you know, second to last level, after the grabby hands. You played this game, you know what I'm talking about. You know, those two levels are kind of creative, but the fact that you have to deal with constant auto-scrollers is never a situation you want to find yourself in. And oh, what the hell, I was ducking! Come on! Man, that's just rude. Stupid bullet bills moving not with the ship and such. But here's our next guy. I believe, is this Morton? I'm gonna go with Morton, because no one likes him, really. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, yeah, made quick work of him. Unfortunately, he didn't get to do a fireball kill, although that one would be very tough to pull off on him anyway. Next one's going to be Wendy, and she's actually not too bad to kill with a fireball, because you fight her on a flat plane, but we'll see if I can manage that. No guarantees on that one whatsoever. And with the power of the wand, he is turned back into my 4th grade teacher! That's right, this guy actually looks a lot like my 4th grade teacher did. I don't know, that's just what I see every time I look at him, so there you go. That's my real takeaway from this king. Not what he was previously, but the man that he is. The 4th grade teacher he was meant to be. So we can stomp on enemies using Goomba Shoo, which is, oh man, speaking of things they gotta bring back, Angry Sun and Goomba Shoo. Bring them back, man. And then we got the cloud, what's it called? The Jimbo Cloud? I don't know. But let's just skip a level, as long as you can beat the next level after that. But anyhow, guys, I'm out of time. This has been the Johnny Cage. Thanks a lot for watching. Next time we'll take on the Water World. Talk to you, all you awesome people, later on.